Since Chrisean Rock's massive win at Harrah's just a few days ago, the entire Zeuss baddie bubble has been put on notice. While the baddies are still fighting for scraps at the club, Chrisean just proved that the XRumble celebrity athlete pivot she proved it's a good way to secure a long-term bag in 2026. The thing here is, this isn't just a win for Rock, it's an opening for you baddies, with your bad reputations and being unhireable. It's an opportunity for you to consider a pivot, but you got to calm down on the drinking and partying. Not only the baddies, but you viewers out there. Do you want to slap box or box? XRumble is looking for fighters. Stay to the very end of this video, and I'm going to share the tea on Damon Feldman, CEO of XRumble. The baddies have been contacting him. He might even be getting married to one of the baddies. No, he's not marrying Chrisean Malone, and I'm not working for Rumble, but I am going to share how the baddie or baddie wannabes are the baddie wannabes mamas and grandmamas. grandmamas. I'm going to share how they can get in touch with XRumble. I'm going to share the contact information and the exact recruitment requirements if you think you have the hands to follow this blueprint. You got them hands. Because let's be real. Most baddies and people who want to fight Chrisean think they can just tag Damon Feldman at XRumble on Instagram and hope for a repost or a DM. They hope a contract will just land in their lap and a bag of money will fall from a tree. Damon Feldman has made a call out to the baddies, and he says some have been reaching out. The company that Blueface fought through and fell out with is called Brand Risk. The CEO is Adam Risk Ross, and they are looking for fighters too. Let me get serious. This is the Blessed or Messy channel. I'm blessed. Some of y'all is blessed too, but some of y'all is messy. But the blessed ones, we like to be real. And once you've been on Zeuss, fighting in 4K and trending on Twitter and on Instagram, and then you got to go back to regular society, and you think you're going to get a 9 to 5 and everybody know you from your social media and from the reality. I know you probably really don't want a 9 to 5, because if you did, you wouldn't apply for a position on Baddies. But there are only certain jobs you can do at the Baddies, and those jobs are so saturated that there's no guarantee that you will succeed. So you might have to go back to the regular job. Big Lex. And yeah, so we're going to talk about maybe you should get in the boxing ring, the slap boxing or regular boxing. Because if you ain't trying to be no baddie at 40, Tommy, but no, Tommy look dang good. You need to pivot. You have to get an exit plan. You get an exit plan or you go back home to your family. Which one you want to do? This graph shows the options for life after baddies. You might have to slow it down or stop it completely so that you can look at it. But I'm going to go over the options. The options are your rap career. Everybody want to be a rapper. Okay. The next option, influencing brand deals, an influencer. But they want you. Do brands want you? Maybe they do. We don't know. Of course, there's the club appearances and touring. But you know what? That dries up. After they get a new season of baddies, they don't want you no more. Of course, you can do other hustles like lashes and hair and make t-shirts and all of that. You can always do OnlyFans, Rolly, go on with your sexy self. But what some of the baddies end up doing is, if they're invited back, they go back to what? Baddies. Even Chrisean Rock, after Baddies, you remember she had the spinoff of Blueface. And then after the spinoff of Blueface, what did she end up doing? Going back to Baddies. She was just on Baddies this season. And I'm not saying it in the light of Baddies being a bad thing or a good thing. It's your career choice. And I mentioned a couple of baddies, but we here to be blessed and not messy. So I did so jokingly. As Mother Blessed from the Midwest, I do want to tell you about the baddies trap. We've all seen it. A girl goes on the show, gets into a world-class mess, and swears on everything she'll never go back. But 6 months later, she's right back on the stage at the reunion. Why? Because the Zeuss paycheck. They need that money. But it's a temporary paycheck. Think about the math. You're taking bops in the head, getting slammed on the timeline by millions of strangers, and risking permanent injury, all for a check that dries up the second the cameras are cut. Then what? You're stuck cycling through the after Zeuss starter pack. You arguing with Zeuss CEO over social media. You're on the influencer grind, begging for likes on Bigo. The club circuit, getting home at 5 a.m. for a couple of $1,000 and somebody trying to go upside your head. The rap pivot. Here's my rap. I'm a baddie, I'm a star. Catch me leaning on the bar. I was trending on the gram. I was looking for a plan. Zeus check gone. Now I'm rapping on a beat, trying to stay famous while I'm out here in the street. Woo woo. Your 5 minutes of fame is up. If you want a solid pivot, look at the ring. Whether it's slap boxing or professional boxing, there is a massive psychological difference. Your job as a reality star is to fight, is to shake a little, and to be drinking. And brands see that as a liability. But when you step into the boxing ring and you've trained for months and months, the narrative changes. You aren't just a girl who can fight. You are a disciplined athlete. Look at Chrisean. I know it's Chrisean all day. That's like Marsha. But look at the math. To train for months while being unhoused and under that much pressure, that is a redemption story, not a brawl. She traded the baddie label for athlete credibility. She stopped fighting for free in parking lots and started fighting for a legacy in the ring. Them Compton girls tried to come up off of Chrisean, and she came up off of them. Heck, they might want to even contact XRumble. But if you want to be credible, you have to stop letting the cameras define your worth and start letting your discipline define your brand. You can either be the girl who went viral for a season or the woman who built something from the dirt. If you think this is for you, make the pivot like Chrisean. Chrisean has created the blueprint. Now I told y'all I was gonna tell y'all who XRumble CEO, he loved some Tommy. He loved him some Tommy. I heard him talking about Tommy. But he has a video. He's looking for baddies who want to fight for XRumble. I would check out if I was y'all XRumble and that other platform, because if that's what you want to do next, if you're gonna continue to fight, you might as well get a higher pay. You know what I mean? So let me let y'all hear from Damon Feldman, XRumble CEO.
You know what's next? It's Battle of the Baddies. Baddies Fight Night. Come on, where's all the baddies up? Step up. Get in touch at XRumble.com. Let's go. You know what's next? It's Battle of the Baddies. Baddies Fight Night. Come on, where's all the baddies up? Step up. Get in touch at XRumble.com. Let's go.
You know what, Damon, as I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking like, it should be a reality show where the girls work out for 30 days. Fight boot camp. Hey, I want my paycheck. I just came up with a reality show. The girls from Baddies, they pivot to a boxing camp, boot camp. Right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pitch that. Don't nobody steal my idea. I truly want the best for all young women. I'm on this channel and I'm just clowning and everything like that, but I wish the best for all of you. So whatever is your next journey, whatever, make it a good one. Pivot in a good way. Whatever it is after you leave Zeuss. Leaving Zeuss. So signing off. I got to call y'all back. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. I want to say thank you to the new subscribers. It means a lot. I'm in these comment streets. I'm reading these comments. I'm replying. And I thank y'all so very much. Share this channel. We're trying to grow. We almost going to be at 500 subscribers. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you very much. Now I'll call y'all back later. I got to go write up my episode for the pilot of Boxing Boot Camp. All right, bye y'all. I'm putting the XRumble information in the description box. And I'll pin a comment.